it's working. So far, I have done 9 of 9 tests, and I got 7 most of the time, 6 times, and I got 6 times 7, 3 times 6.5. I'm not sure. I haven't got 7.5, which is really tough because most of the time I'm getting 7.6.5 in other speaking. But it's just for the part 1. Now, if I get 7 in part 2, then I'm pretty much sure that I might get 7 in the real test too. But yeah, I cannot guess at this moment because the test I'm taking is actually by AI pretty much. So yeah. Now I'll go for speaking part 2. This is the fun part. I have to take notes like cue card, make a plan, and speak for at least 1 to 2 minutes. I will try to complete 2 minutes most of the time. Every time. Yeah, I think that's a good strategy to just convince the examiner that you are capable of speaking. I mean, that's what I have heard from other people, from their experience. So yeah, let's see. 16. I'll go for the 17 because it's just too much. Okay, part 2. 17. Test 1. Test 2. Test 3. Test 4. I'm just writing down. Then 18. Test 1. Test 2. Test 3. And test 4. Okay. Shall we begin? I guess, yeah, but I need pen and paper before that. And I really want to go deep down. I really want to deep dive a little bit more about how the part 2, or just in general knowledge, how I can improve in it. Okay, too much stuff. IELTS speaking part 2. Tips and tricks. Of course, IELTS advanced test. IELTS advanced test. I might get copyright or something. I got copyright before. So just a minute for that. I'll watch the video maybe. He didn't speak about us speaking part 2 especially, but hmm. Okay, I got one video. question samples and toughest IELTS speaking strategy works. 3 years ago,
of the
that
IELTS
video.
speaking test for a long time.
Okay, I cannot hear it. I don't know, they might give. Make it smaller and put the picture beside this. How about this? Okay. Cool, I guess.
Has caused a huge number of problems.
Okay, I need sound.
For students, but it doesn't have to be that way. What I'm going to tell you in this video is a little secret that most students don't know about part 2 of the speaking test, and understanding this information will mean the difference between you getting the score that you need and not getting the score that you need. So in this video, I'm going to give you our unique part 2 IELTS speaking strategy that has helped thousands of our students get the score that they need by understanding what this secret is and then applying it. We're going to give you the strategy cards, particularly the format of those cue cards, because this is going to give us the information that we need to understand what the main problems are, what this little secret is, and it is also going to help you understand and implement our strategy. So at the start of part 2, the examiner will give you a cue card, and you'll have 1 minute to prepare your answer, and then you'll be subject. Again, this never changes. And then there will be 4 bullet points. Again, this never changes. So this is a little gift to us, because if there are parts of the IELTS test that never change, that means that we can give the examiners exactly what they're looking for, because it's very predictable what is going to come up. So we can come up with a predictable solution to these problems. So let's have a look at a sample. So you'll have to speak for around 2 minutes about the topic below. Describe an interesting movie you watched recently. You should say what genre the movie was, when you saw the movie, what was the movie about, and explain why you find the movie interesting. So again, main topic at the top, you should say, and 4 bullet points. So let's look at a reason for failure. There are 2 main reasons why
Good.
students fail to do as well as they could. So when I'm talking about failure, I'm talking about a student who should be getting a band 7 or a band 8, but they're struggling. They're getting a band 6 or 6.5, not because
Me,
their
me.
English isn't good enough, but just because they're not using the right system, not using the right strategy. So reason for
Let's
failure
go.
number 1, students often run out of things to say. So imagine you get this one, and what happens is you talk about what genre the movie was, when you saw it. That's about 20 seconds or 10 seconds. That leaves you with 1 minute 50 seconds remaining. What was the movie about? You talk about that for about 20, 30 seconds, and then that leaves you with more than a minute to explain why you find the movie interesting. And then you get to that last bullet point and you just run out of things to say. And that affects your fluency, that affects your coherence, and this is the classic thing that many, many examiners see every single day when they are examining, is students get to bullet point number
Hey,
4
you.
and
He has what it calls? Isn't it like a weightlifting stuff at the gym you get to see? Damn.
they still have a lot of time left, and the student is like,
I know. It means what type of movie it is.
So then you start getting very stressed out. You start second guessing yourself. You start becoming unsure about what to say. Again, that affects your fluency, that affects your coherence. When you saw the movie, let's say, I can't remember
Uh-huh.
when I saw it. What was the movie about? I've spoken to a lot of students and examined with many, many students who pick a movie or pick, the question might be talk about an interesting book, and they pick something that they don't really understand or they don't really know what to talk about. I actually did this with a few different students in the past, a question about movies, and they were like, I fell asleep. So, how are they going to speak about that movie if they were asleep for most of it? Explain why you find that movie interesting.
Um,
I didn't
um,
find it interesting. I find it quite boring. I don't know what to say. So, the examiners are looking for your ability to speak for up to 2 minutes fluently and coherently. And if you are running out of things to say, or you find it very difficult to speak about at least one of these bullet points, then you are going to not get the score that you really deserve because you're not doing what the examiners are looking for you to do. So, what is this little secret? The secret is you don't have to speak about all four bullet points.
really?
You can speak about them if you want to. It's no problem to speak about all four in order. That is absolutely fine. But you do not have to. And this is really important information for you guys
Dude, I
because
knew
this
all this time I just thought that I have to cover all the questions that they're asking for, especially all the bullet points. Nobody told me that you can just skip them if you want, if if they are not relevant to your story ideas. Dang, what the my IELTS exam is after 2 days, and I'm getting this information right now. What's that?
gives you the freedom to create a different strategy. Because what your strategy really is at the moment is speak about bullet point number one, then number two, then number three, then number four. And as I've just shown you, that strategy does not work for the vast majority of students.
Yeah,
And they are designed, the bullet points are designed to help you. All right, they're designed just to give you ideas to talk about.
that's right.
However, most students believe that they must speak about all of them, which doesn't help them, it hinders them.
It's me.
So,
It's
this
me.
is often the case in many areas of the IELTS test where Cambridge are doing something to actually help you, but the teacher or the student creates a strategy that hinders them, that doesn't use the help that they are actually giving you. So, to repeat this, because many of you, when I tell many of you about this, you're still confused. You don't have to speak about all four bullet points. You can speak about all four of them if you want, but you don't have to. So, what's
So
the
it's not
strategy that
mandatory.
we use with our students? And this is the same strategy that we share with many of our VIP students, and it has led to thousands of them getting the scores that they need and dramatically improving their scores. So, the strategy overall 30,000 foot view strategy is that do things that help you to speak for 2 minutes about the given topic as fluently and as coherently as possible. Why do we use that strategy? Why is that our overall strategy? Because that's what the examiners are looking for. Everything we do at IELTS Advantage is examiner driven. All we do is show our students this is what the examiner is looking for, and this is how to give the examiners what they're looking for. We don't give tips and tricks and shortcuts and things like that. We just teach you exactly what the examiners are looking for. So, before we give you the step by step strategy, you need to avoid anything that prevents you doing this. So, anything that stops you speaking for the given topic for up to 2 minutes as fluently and as coherently as possible for you, you need to avoid these things. So, forcing yourself to talk about bullet points you don't know how to talk about, remember, you don't have to talk about all of them. So, if you see one that you don't feel comfortable talking about that one for whatever reason, just skip it. Talk about something else. Try to speak about each bullet point for an equal length of time. You need to avoid this. This is one of the worst pieces of advice you could ever give a student because it makes their job so much more difficult because it's impossible to speak about each of the four bullet points for 30 seconds
It
equally each.
it does make sense because the things I'm going to describe, it should be something like story or like something that you have experienced, right? Or like creating idea or generating some ideas about certain topics is really easy without having certain requirements or like those bullet points. But at the same time, if I don't get any ideas, what should I talk about? Bullet points is really helpful. That's what I thought, but I never. Sometimes I just thought I don't want to talk about these bullet points, and I felt like it was mandatory. But damn, I was totally wrong.
I can't do that. I've never met another student who could do that. So why would your teacher tell you to do that? It's impossible. Speaking about each bullet point and then having nothing else to say about the two before the 2 minutes are up. So as we've shown you, just rushing through four of them and then having like a minute 30 left. Or using a strategy that is very common online, such as PPF, which might lead to you answering the question incoherently or running out of things to say. PPF is an example of a tip, a trick, a shortcut.
What is PPF? Like past, present, future. That's what I thought. But it is kind of hard to remember the PPF format. You talk about past. Well, when we talk about some story, we eventually ended up being using this format PPF without knowing it, right? Like you talk about, oh, last year I went there, and right now I'm thinking to do that again, and in future I might do it again, like this kind of things.
Students love these because it supposedly makes things easier for them in the short run, but it leads to a huge amount of failure. So a lot of our VIP students have failed the test multiple times, and when they come to us, we ask them, well, what have you used before? And they say, oh, we used this PPF method for part two. And we say, how did you do with that method? And they said, well, I got a question where I couldn't really think of anything to talk about the past, and I couldn't really think of anything for the
Oh
future.
shit,
So
then I can
PPF stands
use
for
it.
past, present, future.
Okay, okay.
What happens if you get a question where you cannot talk about the past or you cannot talk about the
There
future?
you go.
That severely limits your ability to give the examiners what they want. So just because you see a tip or a trick or a shortcut or something that has millions of views on YouTube doesn't mean it is actually going to satisfy the examiners. So what is the examiner looking for? They're
Let's
judging your
see.
ability to speak fluently and coherently for up to 2 minutes. This also gives them a chance to evaluate the other three criteria. So
Which
the first
criteria?
criteria they are thinking about is fluency and coherence. But they're also thinking about pronunciation, they're also thinking about grammar, and
Grammar,
they're also thinking about lexical resource, which
lexical
means
resources.
vocabulary. So you're speaking
Wow.
for up to 2 minutes. This gives the examiner a chance to sit back and really listen to you, which would indicate that part two is extremely important because if you are messing up this question, you're not only lowering your fluency and your coherence scores, you're probably also lowering your grammar score, your vocabulary score, and your pronunciation
So
score. So it's
this is the part where grammar and I mean not the grammar, maybe grammar, the but the vocab is more important. Like they're going to sit back and listen to you, and you're just saying, "Oh, very good, I'm fine, I'm fine." I think that's not gonna work. This time they're actually going to judge my vocab and think about, oh, this guy don't have good range of vocab. Let's give him 6 or 5. And this is kind of scary.
extremely important to get this right. And students who follow our strategy not only nail fluency and coherence, they do really well in the other three
Is it
marking
marketing?
criteria because they're just speaking naturally and fluently and giving the examiners what they want. So, how do we do this? Number one, make sure you always talk about the main topic. So I've showed you this a couple of times We'll also show it to you at the end when we give you the sample questions. Make sure you talk about that main topic for the 2 minutes. Don't deviate from that main topic. Pick the bullet points you feel comfortable talking about. Remember, Cambridge IELTS are trying to help you with these bullet points. So pick out of the four, which one, two, three, or four do you feel very comfortable talking about? What does comfortable mean? Easy. It's easy for you to talk about those things. It's easy for you to think about them. It's easy for you to articulate them. Number three, ignore the rest. If there are one, two, three, or even four of the bullet points you don't feel comfortable talking about, ignore them. Feel free to just delete them with a pencil. Choose other things related to the topic that you feel comfortable talking about. So what this does is it gives you the freedom to talk about the main topic in the way that you feel comfortable talking about. So you don't have to use all of these. I'm just giving you examples of other things that you could talk about. You could introduce the topic. You could provide details about the topic. You could tell a personal story. You could state how you feel about it. You could talk about the past. You could talk about the future, or anything else
Anything I
you
feel
feel
comfortable
comfortable talking
talking
about
about
related to
that
the main
topic.
topic. So you're not going to talk about all of these. What I'm doing is I'm giving you a wide range of tools in your toolbox. Because if I just gave you a hammer and a saw and told you to go and build a house, you would not be able to build a house. You need many, many, many different tools in order to build a house. Just like part two, you need a range of different things to talk about in order to talk about them fluently and coherently. So let's have a look. Choose an ad. So describe something you own which is very important to you. You should say where you got it, how long you've had it, say what you use it for, and say why it's important to you.
Okay, before that, I will give my take on it. So describe something you own which is very important to you. Hmm. I might go for my phone, and then on the bullet point you have say why you got it at the store, how long you have had it for 6 months. You say what you use it for everyday life, and say what is why it is important to you. Of course, I have all the works inside it, but here is the thing: if I actually follow this bullet point, at the second one, how long you have had it. This this bullet is is I cannot elaborate it. I just can use as a question answer in a one line. Like I have my phone for 6 months. Maybe my English capability is not that good, but right now I only get that idea to answer it with online. I don't know how to elaborate it more. Or maybe I could say I have my phone for 7 years. Then I look for this phone after 2 years. Then I think about it of buying it later on. But I don't know something. Let's see how
So,
he.
what I'm going to be doing in the 1 minute before I'm speaking, I'm going to be looking at these and picking the ones that I feel comfortable talking about.
That's a good one. For me, I will feel say why you got it. I I can say I bought it from online, or I could say something different. My uncle bought this phone from that country and give it to me as a gift. That's a good one. And then I could say what do you use it for, and this is the most why it is important. Last two part is something that I'm used to. Like I can give as much as details I want of the functional or future features I have. What happened?
First thing that I saw on my desk. So, where you got it, I got it in the Apple Store. I'm going to talk
There you
about
go.
that because it's easy to talk about, but that's going to take me less than 5 seconds to talk about. And I need to be aware of that.
There you go.
Say how long you've had it. I can't remember how long I've had it, so I don't feel comfortable talking about that
Here you
because it's
go.
I'm going to be really thinking about that, and I don't want to be thinking too much. I want to be speaking fluently.
Same thing.
Say what you use it for.
Of
That's
course.
really easy for me to talk about because I use it for my job. I use it to communicate with my team, to make this video right now, and all sorts of other things
He's making
in
this
my
video
job.
from
So that's no
home.
problem. Say it's why it's important to you. It's really important to me for my job. So I'm not going to use bullet point
Repeat
number
that.
4
Yeah.
because I don't want to be repeating the same things, because that might lower my score for fluency and it might lower my score for coherence. Again, we need to be thinking not only about pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, but we need to be thinking about fluency and coherence and how our brain works. If
So let me write it down. Yes. Okay. And that.
we are nervous, we are stressed, we are uncomfortable, we're thinking too much, it doesn't allow us to speak fluently and coherently. So,
I wonder how he actually managed to see this micro details problem for the students. This is really cool.
what are things that I could add that are more comfortable for me to talk about? So, I'm going to talk about bullet point
Although
number.
this video quite old, like 2 years old, I'm not sure if that applies at this moment too. Is there any newest comment? What? There's a new comment? Really? Oh, there is. Thank you for sharing this information. Okay. It seems like it still works. Otherwise, he would have removed this video.
1 and number 3. And then I'm also going to talk about a new model you'll buy in the future, because this week there's rumors about the iPhone 13 or something coming out, and it has a much better camera and a much better microphone, and those are the two things that I really want. So I'm going to talk about that one. Tell a story about when it broke. So when my phone breaks, it is a disaster because I can't work. So I have an easy story that I can tell that will allow me to speak fluently. And then finally, I probably won't need this one because I probably won't get to this one before the 2 minutes, and the examiner will stop me before the 2 minutes. But what I like to do is just add in one more thing, because it removes any doubt, any nervousness, any fear. And I know that I can provide a review of this product very easily at the end if I get there, but I probably won't even need this bullet point. So as you can see, using this strategy, what it does is it provides you with a huge amount of freedom to just do the job that you're supposed to do. It doesn't put any barriers in your way. It doesn't give you tips and tricks that don't really work. It doesn't make your job more difficult. It just makes everything much, much easier. So let's have a look at some sample questions. All right, so I'm going to use this sample question, and I'm going to use the old method, which is what most students do, which is just do bullet point number 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. All right, so describe a well-known entrepreneur. You should say who the person is, what kind of business this person runs, what you know about this person, and explain what you think about this person. So I'm going to try and put myself in the position if I was a student doing the real test, what would I say? Okay, so I'm going to talk about Elon Musk and the kind of business that this person runs. Well, he runs many, many businesses. He runs SpaceX, he runs Tesla, he runs the Boring Company, he runs, there's one that he runs that is to do with inserting things into your brain.
Is
And
that
he also
Neuralinks?
runs a company called Solar City, and he founded PayPal as well. What you know about this person? Well, as I already said, he runs lots and lots of
This is.
businesses. Okay, explain what you think about this person. Well, I really admire this person
Is he acting or like maybe?
because he runs all of these really successful businesses. So let's have a look at what I did there. So who this person is, I introduced who this person was, but that took me 2 seconds. So in the student's mind, and we know this because we work with our students really closely and we talk to them like, what were you thinking here? What were you thinking here? If the first bullet point takes you 2 seconds, what you're like, oh my god, I've wasted one bullet point and I'm going to run out of time. So the nervousness, the stress, the fear, the doubt starts to build. What kind of business this person runs? So I just answered that question naturally. And what I did was I just listed lots and lots and lots and lots of businesses. And generally in the speaking test, you should avoid just listing things because it doesn't really take a a great range of grammar and vocabulary and to just list lots of businesses. Like most people are able to do that. That's not really testing your ability to communicate clearly in English. What you know about this person, and then I started to repeat myself. So I'm like, oh, well, I know that he owns lots of businesses and he founded and that's kind of why he's famous. So I just repeated myself, and now I'm getting even more nervous because I know that I shouldn't repeat myself. Explain what you think about this person. Now I'm so nervous, so frustrated, so full of fear and doubt that I just start repeating myself again. I completely lose track of time, and it's really uncomfortable for me to talk about that one. So it's a disaster. So even though I have the ability to speak clearly in English and I have no problem answering these questions, using a method that doesn't work hinders me. It puts barriers in front of me. It makes me jump through hoops. So you should never do anything on the IELTS test that makes it more difficult for you to give the examiners what they want. So using our strategy, let's look at why this strategy works and how easy it is. So you should say who this person is. I'm not going to talk about the other bullet points. What I'm going to talk about are two companies that I know a lot about. I don't know much about the other companies that he runs, but I know a lot about SpaceX and Tesla. So he runs other companies, but I'm going to talk about those two because those are the two that I feel most comfortable talking about. So I'm still talking about a well-known entrepreneur because I'm talking about his two main companies. The thing that he has taught me in my business is you are paid in proportion to the size of the problems that you solve. And a business is really just solving big problems. So that is what I'm going to talk about. Why I admire him. It's very easy for me to talk about that because I genuinely do admire him. And what he will do in the future. I probably won't get to this before the 2 minutes, but again, I like to add something in there that makes it easy for me to talk about it. So what I'm going to do now is demonstrate that strategy. So the entrepreneur that I'm going to speak about is a person called Elon Musk, who in 2021 became one of the richest people in the entire world. And this was principally because of his company Tesla, which is an electric car company, but he's also quite famous for the company SpaceX, which is a space exploration company. The thing that Elon Musk has taught me about business is that you are paid in proportion to the size of the problems that you solve. So when Elon Musk was in his early 20s, he thought about the two biggest problems that the world faced. One was climate change, and the other one was the inability for us to become an interplanetary species. So if there was some kind of event that threatened life on Earth, we wouldn't be able to actually survive. The other reason why I really admire Elon Musk is he's one of the only entrepreneurs that speaks very openly and honestly about how hard he works. And he actually backs it up with a huge amount of work. He is famous for working 7 days a week, 12 to 16 hours a day, and he has done that for, like 20 years or something like that. And I truly believe that that has helped me in my business because I inspire my team to work extremely hard. And I believe the harder I work, the more successful my company becomes. In the future, Elon Musk will probably change the world significantly for two reasons. Number one, he will probably achieve his goal of getting people to Mars, which is very exciting. And secondly, he will probably also achieve a major milestone for autonomous cars, which is full self driving mode. So cars will basically drive themselves. Okay, so that was around 2 minutes, and I would not be able to do that without using this strategy. But one thing I would warn you is that you can't just look at this strategy and then go into the test tomorrow and perform at the highest level. What you will have to do is go and find some real questions. So, this is one of the books that you will have to get, IELTS Academic 15 or any of the other ones. Use real questions. I don't have any affiliation with Cambridge. They don't pay me money or anything like that. The reason why I suggest these books is because these are questions that reflect the real test. And if you use fake questions, you'll get questions that have topics in them that are really, really, really difficult. But if you have a look at these books, you'll see that the questions are not that difficult, which will really help you prepare properly. So you need to get real questions, use this strategy, and practice using this strategy until the point where you don't even have to think about the strategy. You just do it naturally. Just like tying your shoelaces, you don't tie your shoelaces and think about what you're doing. You just do it automatically. Practice it until it becomes automatic. All right, let's give you guys some practice questions here and a little task. So this is your turn. Look at the question below, and what I would like you to do is don't take 1 minute. When you're practicing, take as much time as you need when you're first learning a new strategy, and then try and get faster and faster and faster at it. So don't try and do it in 1 minute. Take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Really focus on learning the strategy rather than trying to do it at exam speed. You wouldn't, when you're first learning to drive a car, drive it at top speed. You do it at 10 miles an hour, then 20, then 30, then 40, then 50. That's what you should be doing in all parts of the IELTS test. Start slowly, focus on mastering each technique, each strategy, and then try to get faster. So in the comments, what I would like you to do is show me your little plan. So this was my plan. These were the things that I wanted to talk about. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to look at the question, look at the main topic, and then try to create a number of bullet points that you would feel really comfortable talking about. Post them in the comments below. So describe a country you would like to visit. You should say which country you would like to visit, what the country is like, which attractions you would like to see, and why you would like to visit there.
Okay, cool. Which country? Which country? Ah, someone said Japan, and right now I'm thinking about Japan too. Maybe. Damn, I don't know much about any other countries. China? Meh, no. Damn, what kind of question it is? Okay, let's go for Japan. What should I talk about? Which country you would like to visit? Japan. Yeah, first bullet point is alright. What country is like? What attraction you would like to see, and their culture. Culture, which includes quiz includes language. I'll talk more about language. Why you would like to visit there? I'd like to visit there for language. Then there are events, and most important part is to visit one of animation studio name. Animation studio. They operate.
So feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot of that or whatever you need, or write it
Or
down.
maybe I can.
And then
I didn't say anything much more. Maybe I can say also their nature. I want to visit their village too, countryside. Okay, okay.
practice using that strategy. And then at home, what you can do, just a little extra tip that you can use, what you can do is record yourself using that strategy on your phone. So get questions, use the strategy, and then answer the question and record yourself on the phone, and then listen back and give yourself feedback based on how fluent you were, how coherent you were, your vocabulary, your grammar, and your pronunciation. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the lesson. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope it was helpful.
Okay, so what I can do is speaking is submitted now tools. There is something I can use. Speaking part 2, yeah, answer checker. Yeah, this is really important. Enter speaking part 2 topics and questions. Okay, let me made that up from GPT. I'll part 2 question, here question, describe, CRIB, describe, what the, describe a, really, okay, describe a country that you want to visit. Make this question, please, please, 2 part 2. Okay, let's see. Okay. Take a note. You can take note here. Okay. Their culture, which includes, let me put the music. Just a second. Okay. That is too much. I'm not sure. Just sound too much. Maybe it's alright. Yeah, I think this is alright. Okay, let's take the note. I want to visit their, what country it is? What country it is? Of course, Japan. Japan. Then what country it is? Why you want to visit it? There are many reasons. Why you want to visit? There are many reasons, and first of all, and among them, the most important one is the. Can I take a note like this? Because this is going to take a long time. Okay, let's say most important was to animation studio, then animation studio, nature. I have no idea about nature. I wanted to, like, countryside. Okay. Nature, beautiful nature, like beautiful places, nice places. Then damn, there's many things I can talk about. Animation, nature, then what else? For countryside, especially village. Talk to them. And what you would do there? Okay, what I do there? I don't know. What else I can do? Experience their food, experience. Yes, experience BI. Yes, experience their food, culture, trading events, and etc. Not etc. because I'll ran out of my ideas. Explain why this country is special for you. Okay. I heard they are really nice people towards, I don't know, nice people in culture. I don't know, it's just great people, many history, and what else? I'm just writing, I don't know the idea. Oh, their technology. What is gadget? What's the gadget? Gadget. Okay. Gadget. Okay. Yeah, this is it. I shall begin now. 2 minutes, right? Peak times. Okay, they will count this timer. I'll go 2 minutes. Exact 2 minutes. Okay. Japan, Japan. Okay. Japan. I really want to visit Japan, and there are okay, okay, okay. Stop right there. Okay, chill, chill, chill. I don't wanna mess that up. I really want to visit Japan, and there are many reasons to visit that country. Among them, the most important is to visit their animation studio, because I really love watching anime, and I always been intrigued by how they actually make this piece of art, and the whole studio, how they run it, how the process actually uh, to make the animation movie or anime in general. And the second thing would be to visit many nicest place in Japan. I don't know much of name, but there are some places I have seen online which is looks stunning to me. And there's more thing I want to do when I visit Japan. That would be go to countryside like village and talk to old people how they actually do farming in that place. It because Japan is full of technology. Like I have seen online, uh, Japan is like 50 years ahead of any other countries in terms of technology, and this is really astonishing for me. That's why I really want to experience that side of Japan, and also their food. I have heard food is really amazing, which is really attract me to try it. And I love exploring new culture, their events. I'd love to just attend one of their events if I visit the country somewhere in vacation, like maybe in winter. I heard there are many events uh, there in Japan. Also, the firework. This is really crucial to visit the firework, especially for tourists, because that's the most eye-catchy moment you can experience. You look at the sky and everywhere is just firework. So yeah, that's why the Japan is really special for me. Okay, I don't know how well I did. Check my speech. I'm really curious. It's like formal cheating. What is the answer? Is why? Oh shit! I spoke for like one and a. Okay, I got 7. Japan, 8 times. Really visit. Okay, okay. What happened? Task response was 8. Why they do that? This is a good response that cover all the parts of questions. Consider adding more specific details about places you would like to visit in Japan, types of events that you are interested in. I don't know the events, dude. Elaborate more about your personal connection to Japan. Furthermore, strengthen the response. Okay, what I have done? Nicest place. Okay, this is not good. For example, instead of using nicest place, use most beautiful place. Okay, 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 that's okay. Iconic landmark. That's too much. Beautiful place is alright. The vocabulary is generally accurate, effective. Cool. Grammatical mistakes. I always been intrigued. Okay, I have always been intrigued. Dude, I tried to say this one though. Say hello to our cutting edge AI driven Answer speaking part 2 checker designed to transform your text test preparation experience. Impressive. Cool. What they're trying to say, describe part 3. It's really useful. I really like it. Okay. Now, what happened with my actual pronunciation? Pronunciation was 7. Task response was 8. Now this is the scary part because it says task response, but in the IELTS advantage, that guy told me like you can make that up or you can talk about anything you want, or oh yeah, it does make sense when it comes to visiting a country. It's really natural why you want to visit it and if it's special for you, so maybe those kind of tasks they are addressing. What happened with my pronunciation? Because okay, it would be because okay, and is not that a good pronunciation for me. And okay, and so they pronounce it like and. How about looks? I said the same thing. Why they're countryside? Amazing. Okay, I think this is the microphone issue. Sometimes they are not getting the so that's why Japan is really special for to me. Okay, is there any way to enhance it? Okay, there is. Okay, let's see what. Okay, let's just. I wanna listen to myself. This kind of piece of art. I don't know many names, but there are some places that look that looks stunning to me. Another thing, in addition, I could have used many linking word like in addition, additionally, as a result. I don't know why I don't remember this. I think I got 6.5 in. I should have used more nicest word or like even level of word. Devoted or perceive, perceive, yeah. These are the words that I have remembered and I want to use them to get 7 at least here. Old people, I should have said elder people. Japan. Pronouncing. Which really attracts me. I don't know why I get this eye catch. Two and a half minutes. This is not that bad, not that good, but I would like to see, because who knows, this kind of topic I might get again in the real exam. Unpolish it. Make it simple. 7 band. Add some info about Japan. Easy to remember. Very remember after reading once. Okay. Okay, worms. What is worms? Okay, I really want to visit Japan because it is a unique and fascinating country. Okay, the main reason is that I love anime and I would love to visit the animation studio to see how anime is made. It would be amazing to watch the process of creating such a beautiful art. I don't understand. I know all of these words, I know all of this sentence structure, but why I cannot speak in that way? It's because of the coherence, like the sentence, like it's really frustrating because I might never improve my English if I don't understand what's the problem, why I cannot speak like that. Although I'm not native, I know. Anyway, I will try to improve. Japan also has many stunning places to visit. I don't know all the names, but I have seen picture of beautiful temples, blossom. Oh, this one, cherry blossom parks, cherry blossom parks, and modern cities like Tokyo. I want to visit Japan countryside to see how people live and work on farms. Another reason I want to visit Japan is its advanced technology. I don't know what is this reason I want to. Okay, another reason I want to visit Japan is its advanced technology. Many people say Japan is 50 years ahead in technology, and I would love to experience that. The food is another big reason. I have heard the sushi, ramen, and the Japanese dishes are delicious. Finally, Japan has amazing festivals and events. I would love to visit during winter and see a fireworks festival. Watching the sky light up and fireworks would be unforgettable experience. Japan is special to me because it mix of tradition, technology, culture. Visiting this country would be a dream come true. That's kind of true story though. I want to keep that. Part 2. Topic about country. Topic about country. Okay. So what else? I got 7 here. I understood the patterns little bit that I don't need to uh, talk about everything here. You can see. Also, I have to reduce the time. I have to talk exact in 2 minutes. I thought it's tied up with only 2 minutes, but okay. Okay, okay, let's go for the actual test then. Little bit tired. I'm not native. Native. Also, I want to remember all those words that in addition, in fact, instead of saying really, in addition, I can use in addition, in addition, addition. Then, in fact, I like it. Fact. Throughout, numerous, undoubtedly, and then I have some of the word perceive, devoted, intrigued. I using it a lot. Firm believer, enforce, reinforce, attempt, solitude, resilient, convey, inevitable, intense, pragmatic, comprehend. Comprehend. Okay, cool. Oh. How about now? I think sound is really low. What the hell is this? Huh. It says the stream current bright 8000, higher than recommended bright. Bitrate, sorry, not bright. What the hell? Stream bitrate of. Okay. Anyway, get back to study. Where is the website? Okay, here it is. So start from 18. Let's go for 18. Part 2. Where is 18's part 2 speaking? 18. Test 1, 2. I want to get 7 and 7.5 in this part, to be honest. Otherwise, I would make, I don't know, I will not get overall 7 in speaking. So I need to put more effort. Take the test. I will get 1 minute to, okay, to just making a list. Need another piece of paper. I'll use it here. Cambridge IELTS speaking test. Hold on a second. U card. All right, let's do it. I need try a timer, but come on, timer. I wish I had timer here. Is there any way to get the timer? Screen timer in Windows 11. Stopwatch. Stopwatch. I don't know about because I never used it. Not this. Oh. Okay. Sounds fun. Stopwatch. That's more nice. Okay, it will stay on the top. Okay, this is really cool. I have a watch here though. Anyway, I don't need it. Describe some food or drinks that you. Okay, I don't want to measure this one, okay? Describe some food or drink that you learn to prepare it. You should say what food you drink, what food or drink you learn to prepare. Okay, food would be sandwich. Pancake. Pancake. When you were learned to prepare this last month. It is last month. How you learn to prepare this? You learn online, and drink is the electro so nice about that. Okay, 1 minute is done. Now let's talk for 2 minutes. I'm not a fan of cooking by myself. No, no, wait, wait. I have to push that one too. I'm not a big fan of cooking by myself, but last month I have discovered that if I don't know how to cook, then I wouldn't be survive in the future, cause I have to live by myself in future. So last month when my parents went to on a vacation, and then I had to eat something after 7 days cause all the foods are already end. And so I learned to prepare some basic foods, which is burger and pancake. And it's really easy to prepare. I learned it through online. There are many videos on YouTube how to prepare your food, and I always searching for the short and like which can be uh, made by quick and less ingredient and like less hassle overall. So I didn't found any challenging through making this. I really enjoyed the pancake especially, but the burger got burnt. Yeah. And then for the drinks, I really know how to make electrolytes from the very beginning when I started working out, because I have seen that the electrolytes or energy drink we get from stores is kind of not good for our health because they contained many sugar, and sugar is not good for our health, like the excessive sugar. And that's why I tend to learn how to make our homemade electrolyte, which can be more efficient and helpful for our health. And end of the day, after learning all these uh, basic stuff about food, how to prepare food for myself, I feel I can survive now in any way by myself. I don't have to rely on any other people when it comes to food. Like I'm not sure how much took me, maybe 2 minutes overall. I'm thinking 6.5 because I haven't used much of a good vocabulary range. Just a basic. Many grammatical mistakes. Okay, 6.5. Food myself. What I missed? Grammatical mistakes was the most common. Task response, I don't know. The response adequately addresses all the parts of questions, providing specific example of food, drinks, preparation. Consider adding more details. How section. What do you mean by how section? How you learned it? Bro, I just said I learned it through online. Okay, I should have be more. I should have explained more about how section. Okay, describe the steps involved in preparing food. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, understood. Elaborating on the feelings of associated with the learning process would furthermore enhance the process. Okay. You answer coherent and mostly fluent. There are few minor hesitation, repetition, could be good. Electrolyte and efficient. However, them there are room for improvement using precise, varied vocabulary. For example, instead of ran out, you could say finished or exhausted. Okay, I said workout. I didn't say ran out. let me see. Let me look at the pronunciation. Yeah, I thought pronunciation would be 7 though. This is most important. Like I need pronunciation 7. The way I speak, I think pronunciation wouldn't be a issue because this website having issue with their I don't know, taking the input, like maybe the microphone issue. My microphone is clear, but it's kind of interesting. There are many words. Okay, next time I'll keep that in mind. Let's see what could be natural. Preparing food, talking about food. This kind of, I don't need this because let's see what could be the natural way to say. Mm-hmm. Wow, it has less word. I'm not a big fan of cooking by myself, but last month I realized that if I don't learn how to cook, I won't survive in future since I will be living on my own. When my parents went on vacation last month, I found myself needing to eat something after 7 days because all food had run out. I decided to learn how to prepare some basic meals. Okay, I think I talked about food too much. Yeah, food. I should have used meals. Meals. Okay. What is it? What is this? I decided to prepare some basic meals like burger and pancakes. All easy to make. I found tutorials online, particularly on YouTube, and I focused on shorter videos that showed recipes with fewer ingredients and less hassle. I didn't find the cooking process challenging at all. Uh, I really enjoyed making the pancake, although my burger ended up getting burnt. For example, I started making homemade electrolyte. From the very beginning of my workout journey, I noticed that the store-bought energy drinks are often loaded with sugar, which isn't good for our health. That motivated me to learn how to prepare my own electrolytes, which can be healthier and more beneficial by the end of it all. After acquiring these basic cooking skills, I feel confident that I can survive on my own. I no longer have to rely on anyone else for food. There is one thing I was thinking that this website or these tools, they not only uh, grade on your mistakes, they also grade on your other word or like other stuffs when you did something correct, right? They're noticing both of them, and that's how you are getting scores. But in the real exam, especially for the mock test, they they don't really address all the good things or like what you are good at yet. They are not addressing them. They're just giving you uh, the list of faults you are making. But it's not like if they talk about the mistakes you're making, then you can just understand what are the things that I'm also good at it. Then it's not like that. They should address both sides. That's what I believe, but I'm not sure what's going to happen in the actual uh, test. I got 7 on 3. This is if I got 6.5 here, then I would have get 7 there. Okay, cool. I will make the task response this is confused. This is really confusing, like how the task response or what kind of task response I should be for. Because for the question, I should have just give the precise answer. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the next one. And let me write the result. Test 1. It was 18 was the number. What is the number? Academic test 1, 18, test 1. I got 6.5. Cool. Okay, let's go to the another one. 18 test 2. Yours. 18. Test 2. Alright. This one, right? Okay, let's set up the timer. Let me get my pen and paper. Okay, I can't take, no, I want to take note on paper. Okay, 1 minute. Describe a tourist attraction in your country that you would recommend. This is hard. Tea park. This is really hard one because I'm not sure which tourist or like which is the good place in my country. Right now, should I say I live in Japan and this is the place that you can visit? That's gonna be terrible idea. I don't know much about my country. I also haven't visited many places here. Ah, a really tough one. Really, really, really tough one. I want to skip this one. Okay, let's talk about the museum. Bangladesh National Museum. No. Yeah, maybe the museum would be alright. I wanna skip this part. Okay, let's see if I can get help from ChatGPT. I don't know much about my country, so it's really hard for me to talk about this topic. That's why what I can do in this situation. Can I just pretend that I live in a different country and talk about that, or what would be solution? Because I would. I can't remember there's countries tourist stuff either. If you don't know much about tourist attraction in your country, can't remember details about. Okay, cool. Few options. Pick a well-known country. Sundarbans. You can talk about the beach, forest, garden. Make it a little distant. If you don't remember much, take a photo. Write local food. Dude, it's else art serves. You can write to country. Takes my mind as follow-up question. Oh shit, that's a good one. Okay, let's. Okay, I need to remember this one then. One of the best tourist attraction in my country is Cox's Bazar, which is the longest natural sea beach in the world. It is located in the southeastern part of Bangladesh, near the city of Chattogram. Visitors can do many things at Cox's Bazar. The main attraction is the beautiful sandy beach. Sundarban. I wanna talk about Sundarban. One of the tourist attraction in my country is the Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest in the world. It is located in southeastern part of Bangladesh near to Bay of Bengal and is shared with India, which with okay. Visitors can do many things in Sundarbans. The main attraction is the Royal Bengal tiger, which is rare and unique of the forest. Tourists can also see other wildlife like deer, crocodile, and different kinds of bird. There are boats tourists that takes visitor trips in the forest uh, where they can enjoy the beauty of rivers, trees, and quiet nature. I would recommend this place because it is one of the most unique and beautiful natural site in the world. It is also a World UNESCO World Heritage Site, which makes it more special. The fresh air, peaceful environment, and chance to see wild animals make it a great destination to for nature lovers. But you could see the Bay of the Bengal Royal Bengal tigers, take a boat, enjoy tourist, unique wildlife, peaceful environment, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, I'll give it a try, but I don't expect too much from it. Let's make the note. Describe. Yeah, tourist attraction in your country that would comedy you should say. Tourist attraction is Sundarban. Where is your country? Tourist attraction is cities. Strand part. what visitor can see. Tiger, live, and explain why you would recommend this place. Okay, I got some of the things. Now let's try to explain. I will focus on the task response. One of the best tourist attraction in my country. Okay, I'll start from that. One of the best tourist attraction in my country is Sundarban, which is the most longest, largest mangrove forest in the world. And this is the most beautiful place in my country you can ever visit. And to be honest, there are many things you can explore in this place, especially the most unique breed of tiger is Royal Bengal tiger. And people love to see how unique they are, especially their looks, their behavior, their uh, everything about living style. Also, you can explore wildlife in the Sundarban. And there is one more thing that you can visit deep, you can actually go deep in that forest by using boat. There are many local people, they actually they can give you the chance to go inside of the forest using the boat. And also, there are many local people who collect honey from that forest. This is really good experience if you can explore. And also, I recommend you to visit the people around this place. They have really great experience that you can uh, get to know. I would like to also recommend to get a translator or someone who good at speaking both language so you can understand them. And at the end, I would say if you ended up visiting this place, then you would love it. And I think you will come back again to just be devoted to this place. And I'm intrigued that how you are going to experience it and how your experience would be in future. So good luck. Okay, why did I say good luck, bro? I, I told like I don't have any expectation from this one because this is the most unfamiliar topic I could ever get. What the hell? Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Let me see the grammatical mistake because this is the important one. I got 6. There are some grammatical errors such as incorrect article, sentence inconsistent, while message is mostly clear. Okay. Improving grammatical accuracy should significantly improve the score by attention. Really. Royal Bengal tiger. Sundarban. Okay. Especially. Especially. Pronunciation. Okay. These are the stuff. Experience. Floor. Now let's give it give this to ChatGPT and just to uh, keep my mind clear about this topic. Who knows? In future, maybe after day after next day, I might get this topic and I'll regret. Make it simple with my vibe, so I can remember and say the same thing and get 7 exam. Now what is this? Isn't it too short? One of the best tourist attraction in my country is Sundarban, the largest mangrove forest in the world. It's home of the it's a home to the Royal Bengal tiger, which is I don't know why they made it so small. Okay, just a key point, which is super rare and unique. A lot of people visit to see the tiger uh, in their natural habitat. Okay, there are so many things to explore. You can take a boat ride deep in the forest, see different wildlife like deer, crocodile. Okay, I didn't mention them. Crocodile, then birds, and even meet local honey collectors who get fresh honey straight from the wild. It's a one of the kind of experience. I highly recommend visiting not just the nature of wildlife, but also for the peaceful vibe. The place is so different from city life, and the fresh air makes it worth it. Worth it. If you have, if you ever go and getting a local guide translator might help. But this is the most difficult topics. If I get more topics about my country, it would be really challenging. Really, I'm telling you. I don't know who the hell is there, but yeah, it's really going to be challenging for me. Okay, I got 7 there. I would write cheating in bracket. Uh, part 3, test 3, part to this one, right? Okay. Let me get my cue card. Sorry, let me get my paper. 3, 2. So let me set up the timer and there we go. Describe a time when you enjoyed visiting a member of your family, a member in your family in their home. A member of your family in their home. What does it mean? Visiting a member of my family in their home. What does it mean? My family? My father? In their home. What does it mean? You should say where they lived Oh, what the? What? It's like talk about a time when you did your members, like a uncle, cousin, grandparents. I don't get it. My family means parents or siblings. In the context, family member means relatives, not just parents or siblings. It can be your uncles, cousin, grandparents, or even a close friend. Grandparents' house. For example, if you visited grandparents' house, spend time with them, ate delicious food, enjoyed. Okay. I was thinking about it, but still got the confirmation. Let's go again. Okay. Parents, why you visited? Okay, let's start right now. Actually, forget about how to start a answer. Like, what should I start from? Okay, so I want to see your painting in context. Good starting phrases to describe. I didn't look at the writing, so sorry about that. I remember time when I visited my relatives in the world. One of the best visit I had was when I was okay. I will go for this one. A few months ago. This one is also easy. Last year I visited my grandparents. I visited my grandparents in the hometown, and it was such a fun and memorable experience. Okay, I'll go for this one because last year I always go for that one. I remember last year I visited my grandfather. How do you say grandfather? Grandparents. Just a specific one. Grandpa, grandparents. Last year, I visited my grandfather in my hometown, and it was really fun and memorable experience for me because it was after a long time that I have give a visit to him. I have gave a visit to him. So what I did, I actually wanted to make sure that this visit can make him really happy. It's because whenever I call him or just to get a short chit chat in mobile, he always talk about please come and visit me and get a good experience of your hometown after hometown. So yeah, I always try to make him understand that whenever I will get a free time, I will of course visit him. So this was the moment I was waiting for, and I was planning whole trips throughout my vacation, maybe 3 months. So what I did, I actually bring so many gifts for him and people around him. It was really fun to see all the people were really happy and they were actually understand that I am devoted to them. And after that, I get to know more about my blood, like where it came from. Especially, I get to know about my grandparents or how my grandpa actually met with my grandmother. It was a really interesting story, and the more I got amazed by how my grandma actually helped my grandfather because he is suffering from the illness, which is the most uh, important reason to visit him. And yeah, I might not make it after 2 or 3 years to see him again, but yeah, this was the main reason that I had to make a visit and just to make him feel better. I really enjoyed this trip more than anything. I think it was precise answer. Still, I didn't look up to the time. But the reason, like why I made the visit, it was really inconsistent or like inconsistent. I gave the reason at the end because I didn't look up to the question. 7, okay. Makes sense. Pronunciation was 6. Task response 8. Okay. This one makes me feel so good, to be honest. Your pronunciation above average. I wanna literally broke my PC. I wanna break my PC about this. I don't understand what's happening with my pronunciation. It's actually bad. If I listen to it, let's say listen to it. I will get free time. Really, really, really. Fun fact: my grandpa died maybe many years ago. So let's see what I did. Hmm. Devoted, heritage. I didn't say heritage. However, there are room for improvement. Vocabulary, for example, really fun. Instead of really fun, consider using description like enjoyable, exciting, and delightful. Okay, exciting. It was really exciting. Okay. The grammar is mostly accurate. Mistakes. Consider more grammatically correct, and I learned about my family. Yeah, I get to know about my blood, which is not that good. Consider more grammatically correct sentence. I learned more about my family history. Makes sense. Let's see what ChatGPT says about this one. Okay, not that. To go for last year, I visited my grandfather in my hometown, and it was really special experience. I had been it had been a long time since I last saw him, and I wanted to make him happy. He always asked me to visit whenever we talked on the phone. So I finally planned a trip during my vacation. See how natural and simple it is. But I don't know why I make things complicated when it comes to answering the question for the IELTS part 2. Before going, I bought some gift for him and people around him. It was heartwarming to see how happy they were. During my visit, I got to learn more about my family history, like how my grandfather and my grandmother met each other. Their story was really interesting, and I was amazed by how my grandmother took care of him, especially since he's been dealing with health issues. He's been dealing with health issues, okay? The visit was really meaningful because I don't know when I will get the chance to see him again. I really glad. I'm really glad I went, and it was one of the best trip I have ever had. Okay, very nice one. I shouldn't get more happy about it because if I get 7 here, I would have ended up getting 7. So that's the task response. I'm not sure how people get on the task response. Like, let me ask, do people actually get 8 in the task response in the IELTS part 2? Uh, people, PEO, people who have average average Oh, damn. What's with this video? I was talking about speaking time. No, I haven't read. What is this? Really? Man, I'm tired. Okay, anyway, I got 7 here. But let me write that down. I got 7. Still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 left. My thought is my I cannot do it anymore. Why did I stop it? We have done the test 3, right? What's in there? Let me get the 18 for. Okay. Let's set the timer. Describe a time when you met someone who you became good friend with. Say. You should say who you met. And where you met. What you thought about this person. I'm not going to answer the third question, when you first met. Okay. We have interest. Okay, let's continue. I met one of my friend. His name is Amuse, and we became really good friend after a couple of days. It because we had lots of common in our interest when it comes to hobbies and just a daily day lifestyle. So I met him through online, especially there is a app that we always use. It calls Discord. We use it for to connect with lots of people uh, throughout the around the world. And yeah, I was there. I was doing some coding and meeting with new peoples, and suddenly we bumped each other in a call center, and we get to know each other more. And we talked about our hobbies, what I do, what I don't like, and it ended up being a good conversation. So that's how I actually met him. At first, I thought he would be quite not that good person in terms of attitude, because he was really quiet at the beginning. But when I started talking, and he also felt comfortable, and I also get to know more about his perspective of doing things. What can be waste of life? What are the things can make a waste in our life? What are the good things that we should follow in our life? Like overall motivation and other stuff. It was really cool, and I got intrigued by his point of view about life. It was really fascinating, and after that, I understood how common we have in our life and our moral views. So that's the most important part, uh, which led us to become a good friend and also as a person. I'm not that happy with I could have explained more because I don't know. I was structuring more about things in my mind. I'm thinking 6.5. Yeah, kind of disappointing. I should have okay 7. I would get 7 in pronunciation all the time. Maybe. Hope so. If that makes sense, then I'd get 7 easily. Task response was 7. The response adequately addresses all the part. Adequately addresses all the parts of questions, providing sufficient details about friendship development, considering expanding a specific shared, then experience of further illustrate the depth and connection, adding more vivid details, example, enhancing the. Is this really necessary? Just tell me you don't want to give me the score, bro. Even AI is playing with me. Okay. The answer is, how about the time? I didn't notice the time. Yeah, it took me around. Okay. I met one of my friends. His name is Amuse. He's actually real. He's actually a real guy. And I don't know. Some of the things. Okay, how about the bumped into each other, intrigued by the point of view. There are interesting phrases like, okay, however, there are more rooms to improve. Some, for example, lots of commons. Consider at many shared interest. Okay, many shared interest. Cool. Let me write that down. but I don't have much time. What should I do to just review them? Many shared interests. Okay. And then what next? Lifestyle. People. People. Yep. Just to refresh my mind. I met one of my good friend Emmys online through an app called Discord, where we connect with the people around the world. We first dumped into each other while I was doing some coding and meeting new people. We started talking about hobbies and interests, and it turned into a really good conversation. At first, I thought he wouldn't be a great person, but as we got to know each other more, I realized he had a really interesting perspective on life. We talked about things that makes life better and worse, and I was really intrigued by his thoughts. Our shared view on deep conversation helped us become good friends. It's really amazing to discover how similar we are in our beliefs and our life views, and that's why we became such a good friend. Okay, okay, got it. 7. So overall in test in the number 8, I got maybe 7. 4 left. I'll take a short break. How long I've been streaming? Over 2 hours. Ah, last time I got copyright strike. Wow. Anyway, I'll be back.